All right, our next fun and exciting topic to talk about is morning work. Woo! Which is going to be the DOL and journal. So every morning, the students do the same thing. They come in, I already talked about all that stuff, but what they do is I have out something that looks like this out on my being projected on my board, and they have to get their journal out and they are going to write the date 3 different ways, and they're going to do their DOL. So DOL stands for daily oral language, and it is a great way that we go over all kinds of different language skills. This is the one for this week. So they do it on their own. This part of it is not at all for a grade, but they do it on their own. And I have right here, it says how many mistakes there are in each sentence. And we use like editing marks to fix the sentences and discuss them. And as we go over them, I'll say, I'll read the sentence like, Anna and Tanya are friends. I'll say there are 3 mistakes. What's the first mistake? And then someone will raise their hand and they'll say, capitalize the A in Anna. And I'll say, why do you capitalize the A in Anna? And they should say, or I'll say, what are the 2 reasons why? One reason is because it's the beginning of a sentence. The second reason is because Anna is a name and names are proper nouns. And then I'll say, good job, and then call the next person. And they might say, it needs an end mark and it needs a period. And I'll ask them what kind of sentence is it, and they'll say declarative sentence. So we go through, and every morning they have to not only be able to tell me what the mistakes are, but why they're the mistakes and why they correct them the way they do. So at the very beginning of the year, like the first couple weeks, and actually they're really starting to get it even now. And we're like in the middle of the 3rd week of school. But I tell them at the very beginning, because they're super overwhelmed about explaining DOL and like what the mistakes are and stuff. And I tell them, you know what, in a month, it'll be like no big deal. And it's already getting to be like no big deal because I want them to explain their mistakes and why it is. So it's just a great talking point and a great springboard to all kinds of different things that we discuss just on this little half sheet of paper. So anyway, so Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, they have this sheet, this sheet, and it is the sheet that they do on their own, and then we go over together. Now on Fridays, what I've done, and so on Thursday they should take this home, but then on Friday they'll have one that they're going to do that is something that I grade, and it's going to be on Canvas because it's a good way for them to practice their Canvas skills of typing and things like that. But what I've done is I've cut and pasted a sheet that has different things. It has 2, usually, like I'll show you in a second, 2 sentences from the week and just other random things that I think they should know. I'll never put anything on there that we haven't gone over at least 2 or 3 times on different weeks on the DOL. So it's not going to be something that's going to be brand new that they shouldn't know. So everything is stuff that they should know how to do. So like I said, it'll be an assignment on Canvas. And so they'll click on here on the DOL, and this is, for instance, for this week, this is the one that they're going to be doing. So, and they'll just write on here and then submit it. So if you're not sure, which hopefully by now you know, but you're going to do the box with the arrow up. This is what I tell them. Touch the box with the arrow up, find the student Canvas thing, and then just click submit, because you don't need to go through and find where it goes. You just click submit. So anything that they turn in, that is how they will do it. But that is the DOL. So we do it Monday through Thursday, and then on Friday is one that they will do on their own that I will grade. So halfway through the year, sometime during close, I don't know, about the beginning of 2nd semester, it'll change a little bit. I'll just be giving them 4 sentences that they're going to have to correct, and they're going to have to type it correctly on the line. So anyways, but that's not until 2nd semester. For journal, what we do for journal is that this is like the biggest struggle of the day. Sorry, this video is longer than all of them so far. This is the biggest struggle of the day. How do you clip this on? Anyways, but we've talked about that. We're learning that. So what we do is I have a set of cards that are vocabulary cards, and we talk about the word. Like, for instance, on the 11th, The word was dainty. So we break it up into syllables. We talk about what part of speech it is. Someone will give me their own, and they're using their own words, which is hard for second graders to do when they're writing, and they've read something that someone else has written, giving me something in their own words. So their own words, the definition, and then write a sentence using the word. So, and there's some writing, there's kind of some ideas of what kind of sentences they can write. But anyways, and we talk about the words and things like that. Eventually, we'll get into, yes, I am very ambitious with this, but writing like kind of like a 3-point sort of paragraph. So like has an introduction, has a body, and not 3-point paragraph, but an introduction, a body, and a closing. So, and I do this, as you can see, I do this right along with the kids. Sometimes there are other things that we do, like for instance, we had the word pounce, and we talked a lot about synonyms and antonyms of the word pounce. So we came up with some creative things there. Actually, starting this week, we actually started working on printing. So instead of actually writing things in our journal, we started working on our handwriting because we really need to work on that. But we also have a writing time during the day, writer's workshop time at the end of the day that we do more structured writing components. So that is the morning work, which seems weird that I spend a lot of time on it, but it's actually a really important part of the day because I really fit in a bunch of really key stuff that they need to know. Great conversation pieces, and learning happens first thing in the morning. So that is DOL and Journal.